sending you strength on your travels and strength on your spiritual path. And let's get into our last category here, which is how can it affect the emotional state of being? Emotionally, you already know that when you do something, you normally have an emotional response to that. So when you have something where it comes to an addiction or a use of something, your emotional state is going to be directly correlated with your actions, and that's how you're going to feel about that action. So when you have the actions of self-abuse, self-addictive, harmful actions towards yourself, how do you think you're going to feel? What kind of pride do you think you're going to have? How do you think you're going to feel about yourself when it comes to confidence, when it comes to stacking up against other people that you're around when you are a self-abusive individual? When you take pride and you are loving and you enjoy and you derive emotional fulfillment out of a self-devaluing, self-diminishing, self-destructive action. Well, that's what happens, and that's how your addiction ends up being validated, because you only want to see your emotional state of being be fulfilled by that drug, by nicotine, by that substance, by whatever it is that you are trying to distance yourself from, that you're trying to detach from. And that state of being that it puts you in emotionally is so low that the only people that you're going to want to be around are other people that share that burden and that emotional damage with you. So that's not going to put you in a place of being aimed towards growth and aimed towards emotionally taking responsibility for your actions and emotionally taking responsibility for the way that you feel. Don't let something like that emotionally cloud your emotional state, because then you are in a toxic state of being emotionally, and then that is going to possibly rub off on others. At the beginning of when you quit, you can expect to be a little bit aggravated emotionally, but that's just normal because your emotional state of being needs its correct fixing to go back to balance and to return to a balanced state emotionally. So if you don't have a very strong mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional state of being, I would recommend staying away from these substances, because they're only going to take advantage of you and end up chewing you up and spitting you out and leaving you in a place where you don't see ever feeling that great again. You don't see ever being on that top tier as you were before, and as you were, how you felt, because you were addicted and you were validating and continuously supplying the supply for the addiction that it needed. And all this while you not realizing that you can feel much better on the other side of that, so you keep going back to it, so you keep relapsing. And I'm here to tell you today, I still even have the emotional state of being to where I remember that past life. I remember that times when I was addicted to the nicotine. And guys, it's only been 11 months and 3 days. And that sounds like a lot to you guys, but for me, it has not felt that long. And it's because I put myself on a fulfilling path where I feel as if I'm actually being productive. Whereas before, I felt stuck. I felt like I was not moving forward. And now I'm actually doing the correct growth and the correct and on the correct path. Where if you're not on that right path and you're not experiencing and getting your emotional fulfillment out of just things that are boosting you up rather than taking you down, then truly, are you really going to like that? Are you really going to want to just stay emotionally stagnant? I mean, that's why you don't want to be there. That's why we wanted to change, and that's why I wanted to change and become free of the burden, free of that baggage that it can have emotionally. And a way that you get rid of that is by dealing with the issues, dealing with what's the starting point of why did this make you feel this way? Why did you feel this way about this? How do you feel about this? How will you continue to feel about this? And like I said, I'll still have that emotional feeling of, oh, my past, oh, the past life. But then I remind myself, I have grown past that. I'm not going to sit here and feel bad for myself and be some victim. I'm going to actually go out there and create the reality I want for myself. And that was helped once I chose to take my power back and be able to be a strong spirit and to learn that I'm not needing to be emotionally burdened and emotionally dependent on something outside of myself. Thank you guys for watching my video. I'm going to be making another video very soon. Stay tuned for that video. Show some support. And guys, thanks again for watching. Peace.